A few days ago, in this video right here, I talk about the credit cards that will be in my wallet for my upcoming Iceland trip in a couple of days. However, I realized after the video, I forgot to mention one thing. And that one thing is a fifth card that will be in my wallet for this trip and subsequent trips out of the country. And I want to shed light on this card today because it's not really talked about very much. And I think it is a pretty powerful card in the right situations. And I just want to talk to you all about it in case you don't know about it. And it could be something that you could also benefit from in your trips, especially out of the country. So let's dive into this. And I'm going to be referring to screenshots here. So I won't be looking at the camera the entire time. So I apologize for that. Just want to let you know ahead of time. And I'm going to include what I'm looking at here in the video for you all. So let's talk about this. So it's not a high flying travel card. It's not a 5x on everything card. It's not even a 2x on everything card. It's none of those things at all. It's actually a lowly debit card. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking a debit card. What are you talking about, John? How's this? How's this even powerful? It's a debit card. Well, it is the Charles Schwab Platinum Visa debit card. I know some of you have probably never heard of it before, or you know of it, but don't know much about it. So we're going to talk about it. What makes this card so good? So, first of all, as I'm referring to notes here, this card uh, does not charge you a ATM fees. So as you can see here from a screen grab from the website, do I pay ATM fees? Unlimited ATM fee rebates says only apply to cash withdrawals using the Charles Schwab Visa Platinum card. So the thing here is if you're needing to withdraw cash somewhere out of the country, this is where this card can become very powerful. If you're not going to be incurring any kind of ATM fees from Schwab. They're going to be rebated in case you need a quick, $50 for something uh, at an emergency situation, or someplace doesn't take cards; they only take cash. And so, withdrawing those funds out of the local ATM, there's none of those uh, fees that you'll incur a charge for. They'll actually be rebated. Now, how they're rebated is in the following screenshot here, where, how do I receive the ATM fee rebate? So when you withdraw cash from an ATM with your Charles Schwab Visa Platinum card, wherever it's accepted, at the end of the same month that you withdraw funds with your Visa Platinum debit card, those fees are added back to your account. So that's how it's rebated back. Now you may be asking yourself, how are these funds rebated back? Like, where am I withdrawing money from? That's a great question, because without a investor checking account from Charles Schwab, you do not get this card. You have to have an investor checking account. The investor checking account, there's no fee for the account. There's no, you don't pay anything out of pocket for the account. It's totally free. You have to put money into this account to get this card. So if you open this account and you just let it sit there, you will never get this card. You have to put money in the account in order to trigger Schwab to send you this card. And of course, it's the account where you're withdrawing money from if you're, say, in Iceland like me, or if you're in Italy and all of a sudden you need $40 because the vendor in some tiny village doesn't take credit cards. So that's where this comes into play. That's where the fee reimbursement comes in super handy. Now, also too, something about this card is that it does not charge any foreign transaction fees. Uh, the little blurb here I have here on the screen is, now Schwab does not assess foreign transaction fees, a fee to convert US dollars to local currency, which is what that is, uh, to debit card holders. So if you happen to, for some reason, you need to make a purchase with the card, you're not going to get charged a foreign transaction fee for making that purchase, which again can come in very handy in keeping the excess costs down while you're traveling overseas and you have a need to use this card. Now, a couple of things that I think are actually more niche with this card, but could actually come in handy for the right person are these couple of things I want to talk about real quick here. One of these here, as you can see, is purchase security. And as you can see here at the very first paragraph, it says purchase security protects new retail purchases made with your eligible account and or rewards program associated with your covered account within the first 90 days from the date of the purchase. So to be eligible for the coverage, you need to purchase either a portion or the entire cost of the item with your card and or rewards program, so on and so on. So that's interesting because if for some reason, again, you're in Iceland or you're in Italy or you're in France or whatever, and you're making a purchase with this card, the cool thing is that there's going to be no foreign transaction fee. That's super cool. But also, you get this purchase security coverage as well. So I think this is really interesting, a really neat benefit again for the right person. Maybe it's a person that doesn't really have a lot of cards. Maybe it's a person that doesn't have any cards with any purchase protection on them. That's where this card could come in handy. Um, and of course, it reads sort of like an insurance coverage, right? So purchase security covers, fire, smoke, lightning, explosion, riot, or vandalism. And you see like, weather things that happens, aircrafts. So it reads very much like an insurance policy, which I think it's kind of funny in a way, but it's really interesting as far as the things it covers and the things it doesn't cover. There's quite the list of things that it doesn't cover with using the card to purchase things with. And the last thing I want to talk about that could be a niche thing, but could it come in handy for certain people is this coverage right here, the travel and emergency assistance services. I'm not going to read all this because this is a lot of stuff here, but as you can see here, it says, I think some of the things that are interesting here are the things like emergency ticket replacement. So it helps you through your carrier's lost ticket reimbursement process. So it can help you get a ticket replaced through common carrier. So say like it's an airline or bus or something like that. It'll get you that ticket replacement. Lost luggage locator service. So it can help you work through the common carrier's claim procedures and can arrange shipment of replacement items if an airline or common carrier loses your checked luggage. Um, the emergency translation services. It provides telephone assistance in all major languages and helps find local interpreters if available. Prescription assistance. Those kind of things. So I think it's just very interesting what it could cover here. Also looking on the left-hand side here, medical referral assistance. So can provide medical referral monitoring and follow-up services if needed. So I think it's a very I think this is a very niche thing. I think, so many other cards do travel and emergency assistance better. But again, for someone that may not have any cards that have any travel benefits at all, this could come in clutch for someone that would be able to use these in the right situation. And so that's all I had. I really wanted to see what you all had to say about these things. And like I said, I know it's not a card that's covered very much at all, but I just wanted to bring some things to light with this card and how valuable it can be with you while you're overseas, traveling out of the country, and you made me cash right away, and JG Wentworth isn't available to help you get your cash now. Let's talk about this in the comments section below. I'm really curious to hear what y'all have to say about this. Also, too, I am making the climb to my first 1,000 subscribers to the channel. If you've not already done so, could you please click the subscribe button and also like this video? Those are two free things that you can do to get my channel visible to more people. I thank you ahead of time for doing so. Also, too, you can go a step further. I do have channel memberships available now. For $1.99 a month, you can join the channel. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm doing members only videos. This is spicier content that I don't really want out for public consumption. So these are videos that are 5, 6, 7 minutes long so far, and those will stay behind a paywall. And it's mostly just things that I rant about that I see in the credit card game. If you do join, please let me know so I can thank you in advance. Now, if you all would do me a big favor and please be good to each other and please show respect to each other, okay? And until next time, bye for now.